Welcome to myprojectbazaar.com. Okay, this is our project title for the workflow transformation for real-time big data processing. Okay, so this is our abstract for the workflow transformation for real-time big data processing. So first of all, here we propose a workflow transformation for cost minimization in real-time big data processing on the heterogeneous systems. So first of all, we give the overall process on the cloud computing. The cloud means we can use it our data on anywhere anytime in the world for the same environment. This is the concept of cloud. So the cloud computing is a model for enable services users ubiquitous, convenient and on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources. So we first give the definition of stream based workflow, and then we define 8 different patterns as rules for workflow transformation. So with the exploitation of big data processing and analyzing large numbers of continuous data streams in real time, such as social media streams, sensor data streams, log streams, stock exchange streams, we give our workflow transformation algorithm based on our design rules. So finally, our experiment shows that proposed workflow transformation method can reduce the communication and computation cost effectively. Okay, so this is our architecture for the performance modeling and a predictive scheduling for distributed stream data processing. So here the data, so what all the users generated for the data. So here the workflow scheduler. So this is the first of all the task selection. The task selection based workflow is transferred from the work is transferred from the source and destination. So here the data is going to be, or the task is going to be encrypted. After the encryption, the data is going to be stored the server. This is the resource allocation. So the resource allocation is based on the file size based. The file size based data is allocated for the cloud server. Okay, so this is the flow chart. Okay, so first one is the profile generation. So here the cloud means we can use it our data for anywhere anytime in the world. So this is the concept of cloud, and here this cloud using every user has assigned some username and password. So the username and password for matches, the login is successful. So next, when the users are coming to the cloud, what are the process to be selected? So suppose the user is selecting the process. First one is the upload. It's called upload. So the file upload process is nothing but the user is selecting the particular files and the listing the showing the file attributes. So the file is selecting authentication based the user is getting the key from the TPA. That means the TPA is called scheduler. In this process the TPA is called scheduler. So here our scheduler are data owner. So the different names of the TPAs. So here the user is getting the key based the data is going to be encrypted. So after the data encryption, the data is priority based, the data stored on the cloud server. That means the rack format or the size based data allocation. That means the size based resource allocation. So here the data is based on the scheduling. So the scheduler is scheduling the jobs, works or files. So now the file job is to be allocated based on the file size. So here we are creating the different virtual machines are small, medium, large. So the different virtual machines based the data is going to be stored on the cloud server. So after the data is stored on the cloud server, at the same time the data or the particular job is stored on the HDFS. HDFS means Hadoop distributed file system. So at the same time the data is stored on the cloud server and the Hadoop file server. So after the data checking for the mapping and reducing data. Okay, and now the demo section is start for the workflow transformation for real-time big data processing. So this is our home page. So when I click to home, it's go for next process. Okay, patient process. So RNA email ID is rnekote@gmail.com. Okay. So this is our state for the nurses. So this is our capital. So I enter the so this is our username. So this is our password. So this is our confirm password. So click to register. So it's a enter successful. So this is our username is Harini. So this is our password. So click to login. So this is valid user, go ahead. So next one is the main page. So here what are the process to be selected? So login has this particular user has project, so authenticated. Click to the upload. So this is the hash key generation based to be stored the data. So choosing the items. So this is the file name. So this is the key. So this is the encrypt. So this the file is going to be encrypted. Go for resource. So file upload to server. So click to allocation. Okay. So this is the order process. So click to add. So VM created. So this is the virtual machine ID. So create new. So enter the sizes. So 2003. So add. So this is a virtual machine created. Okay. Okay, so this is a virtual machine creation. Okay, created. So adding new. So enter the new sizes. 1002. So 5000. So add. So this is a virtual machine created for the file sizes. So create to the allocation. So assigning. So calculated successful. So this is the cloud ID is the small. So job size 200. Virtual machine ID 512. Print. That means what are the that means how many numbers of virtual machines to be created. This is the one file. Now I am uploading the one files to be encrypted. So the particular jobs, that means the particular file is allocated for the single virtual machines. Okay, so now the data is successfully stored on the cloud server. Okay, so go for main page or main page. Okay, the data stored on the main page. So go for request. So this is the authentication, a login. So it's a valid user. uh, so pin. So this is a particular file. So confirm, send request. So the request sent to the cloud service provider. So go for cloud service providers. So run the CSP forms. So here the data successfully stored on cloud server. Now the data user or downloaders download the file. So the user is send the request. So the cloud is receive the request. So send to data owner. So the owner response. Okay, so send to CSP. Okay, to login, click to the login process, choose others or invalid data user. So now sorry, use the home page, login main page. So authentication. Okay, so choose the authentication process. Yes, yes. Okay, so valid user, go ahead, choose the others. Okay, so receive the request. So the username, file name. So authentication. So authentication, yes. So send to CSP. So response to CSP. send to owner. So owner response, click to yes. So the owner response is equal to yes. So proceed. When I click to proceed, so the permission granted, file downloaded. So now we are downloading our files. So successful. Okay, so the demo is finished. Thanks for listening.